Howdy everybody, and welcome to a farm party. I'm Lori Gelman for Howdini.com. Old MacDonald himself would be proud to welcome kids to this barnyard birthday party where the animals are actually cupcakes and the barn is made of a cake too. Who knew farm life could be so sweet? And best of all, these are as easy as they are adorable. Our friend Liv Hansen for the Betty Crocker Kitchens is waiting to show us. Hey Liv, good to see you.
Hi Lori.
I love this idea for a party because it's good for boys and girls, and every kid loves animals, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of animals to choose from.
I know, that's the coolest part. But first,
the cake. We've actually used one mix of cake, and that made the cake and the cupcakes. And we're going to cut out a 9-inch square into the shape of a barn. I'm just going to actually score the cake. There's a center point here, and I'm going to cut down a little bit and then angle it a little further to give you the shape of a kind of double-edged roof.
oh, cool. Are you going to use any of the leftover parts?
No, this you can snack on, you can let the kids eat. Now because this has a cut edge, I recommend crumb coating, but we've already crumb coated a cake, so we're going to
perfect.
Want to get that for me?
You bet.
Okay.
All right, that looks good for a crumb coating.
Yeah, it's basically a thin layer of frosting that seals in all the crumbs, so that way your final coat is nice and neat. So I'm going to go ahead and do the final coat.
That is such a vibrant red. How did you get that?
To get really vibrant colors, use a gel color because they're really concentrated.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to put on a nice thick layer, and you don't have to make it totally smooth on top yet. I'm going to come and do the sides. And what's going to happen is if you have enough frosting on top and you do the sides, you're going to get a little lip of frosting around the top, and that's going to make the top coat nice and smooth, and I'll show you how once I get all the sides smooth.
Okay.
Okay, so I have it fairly smooth around the sides, and then this lip is formed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my offset spatula and come in like an airplane landing and then take off, and that'll smooth out the frosting.
Beautiful.
And I like to clean my spatula off after each pass, and that'll also help keep a nice smooth frosting on top. Okay, so now when I think of an old barn, I think of old wood slats. So to do that, you can take a toothpick, but I'm actually going to just use my offset spatula. You can use a butter knife and drag it right across the top. You don't have to go too deep, maybe just like 1/8 of an inch, and just go across the entire thing doing parallel lines.
Actually totally works. It looks really cool.
And I see here I have just a little of a lip that formed here, little points, but you can just come back with your spatula and clean off that edge there and smooth it off.
So, looks good, but I think it needs something.
Yeah, we're going to do a little hayloft and a roof and a door. Okay?
Wow, fancy.
So we're going to use pretzel sticks to make the little window frame and the door frame. And let's
So you had longer ones and shorter ones.
Yeah, just to give it a little. Okay, so there's the door frame. And then to do the door and the little window shutters, we're actually going to use graham crackers. You just stick them in at an angle. It gives a little bit of dimension.
Very cute.
Okay, and we're also going to use graham crackers to do the roof. So I'm just going to stick them on and overlap them.
Oh, so they look like shingles.
Yes.
Smart. Only one thing missing. Animals.
And a little hay.
And
We're going to do a little hay.
You're right.
So I've actually tinted some coconut yellow, and we've also tinted some coconut green. You want to give it a little toss in there?
Sure.
Well, I put a little hay here. And then what we can do is we can spread all the green to make it look like the grass in the farmyard. You could actually, if you wanted to, you could spread a little frosting, green frosting down, and then the coconut will stick right to it.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. We have these cupcakes.
Yes.
And you're going to make animals?
Yes. So we're going to do a sheep, a pig, and a little chick.
Okay.
Now the chick, you want to try one of the chicks?
I'll do the chick, yeah.
Okay, that gets frosted with white actually, not yellow. And then we're going to use the same coconut that we used for the hay.
Okay. Do I just dip it in like they do at the ice cream
You
stores?
can dip it in, yeah, that's a good idea. I was sprinkling it on top, but dipping is a great idea.
That's messy.
I will start with the sheep. And one cupcake in general takes maybe about 2 tablespoons of frosting to cover it.
All right, here I go.
Great.
That totally works.
Yes, and then what you can do is you can just take little chocolates and make eyes.
Okay.
And a nice trick for the beak is we're going to take a gumdrop and just mush it. So you can use a rolling pin, you can use your finger. And then when you mush it, it gets a little sticky, so you just roll it in a little sugar.
Okay.
You can flatten it a little bit more.
Oh, more.
And then you're going to cut out a little triangle to make the beak.
Okay. I'll continue with that.
Okay. So I'm going to take a little pink frosting and make a little snout for the sheep.
Oh, I love that.
Okay. And then, to give that little furry texture, we're going to use marshmallows that are cut in half, mini marshmallows. And basically, you just stick it right on.
Oh, those are so cute.
And what I'm going to do also to put little ears on, we've cut gumdrops in half. And that'll give it a little glisten,
Oh, cute.
a little dimension again. And just fill in with more marshmallows. Okay, and then these also get little chocolate eyes. And a little red nose.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So I'm going to do a pig next. Now the pig also, it gets the pink base, but it also gets a little pink snout, just like the sheep did. And then this one gets chocolate eyes. And this time for the chocolates, instead of putting them flat to be a circle, you put them in sideways, so it kind of gives that oblong look of a pig's snout. So for the ears, I'm using fruit roll-ups snacks.
Oh, that's so clever.
And we cut them out in triangles. And basically, you just put the triangle down and then overlap it or fold it over so it looks like the ears
It's so cute.
flapping over.
Ta-da! Not bad for my first try.
That looks great.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So now let's put all the animals in the farmyard.
Okay. This is the sweetest barnyard on the planet, I'm convinced. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lori.
So, so cute. And you'll find lots of birthday cakes from the cake experts at Betty Crocker Kitchens on Howdini.com.